طيب. So I wanted you guys to tell me a few things that you should do, or that we could do, or we can share here with each other that are productive, right? So, what are some things that you're doing at home, or that you should do at home, or you can advise people to do at home that, inshallah, they can have more productivity out of their time, right? So, besides sleeping in all day or sleeping throughout the day, besides watching Netflix throughout the day or playing video games and becoming better at in video games, what are some things? All right. So doing homework, yes. Okay. Memorize a surah, right? Read more useful stuff, definitely. So reading books, um, definitely. Even if you read just regular books, guys, even if you read fictional books, it's better than just watching movies, right? Reading Quran, working out. Yeah, if you have a facility, and even if you don't have a facility, guys, you just need some space to like do some push-ups and squats and what have you. Um, yeah, there are a lot of audiobooks, free audiobooks, so you can, instead of just listening to music on your phone, you can do listen to productive things. A lot of the music you guys listen to, I know it's haram, but yeah, stay away from doing haram stuff, guys. House chores, yep. You can get into also baking stuff, right? If you have parents who allow you to bake, or whatever different people's situations are. Yeah, definitely wake up early, because you can do a lot more stuff when you wake up early. Yeah, a lot of skills out there that you can improve on. There are different apps to benefit from, really, instead of just playing games. Yes, definitely washing your hands, good sleep schedule, definitely. Otherwise, you lose energy. Actually, when you don't have a proper sleep schedule, you have less energy. Get closer to your family members. Take this opportunity to strengthen relationship with family, especially the older. Definitely beautiful advice. What are some ways you can improve relationships between the family? Like, anyone have some things to do? Spend time with your family. Okay, playing games with them. Okay, what kind of games can you play with your family? Hiding or seek. Board games. Yes, yes, very good. Um, what the heck is? Oh, Uno, Uno. I thought that was like some kind of acronym for something. Yes, yes. Card games, board games. Um, chess, checkers, what have you. I've been picking up a Game of Life with my kids. They seem to like that. Yeah, guys, honestly, video games is decent if you play it with others, right? When you're playing it alone or just online with friends is okay to a certain extent, but within your family, I actually bought a couple of extra controllers so we can have play four-player games. I play with my three boys, so when we play together, it's actually becomes a pretty chill thing to do. Yeah, instead of just watching movies in your bedroom, watching it with your family is another family thing to do. Oh yeah, definitely share with them what you learned for life, man. I forgot to record the beginning. I just started the recording, so yeah, I'm going to be putting the video up, or you can have them watch live with me as well. Monopoly, yeah, Monopoly can go for a while. Yeah, good one. Yes, video call with your family, right, and with your friends. Yes, you can do a Netflix party. That's something new I just found out about. Although you're not physically with your friends or your extended family, you can still watch a movie together. Sometimes I do that on the airplane as well. Person beside me, I'm like, yo, you want to watch a movie together, and then we'll start pressing play at the same time and have a mini play party in the airplane. Yeah, making puzzles, 1,000 pieces or more, definitely. Making dinner together, watching. Oh, beautiful, good one, Maad. Yasir Qadr series on the Sira. On there, Yasir Qadr has different series. There's a beautiful, amazing series online that you can get into. We can even, guys, all these suggestions you guys are making. It's beautiful. I think we should Also do it on the All Things Isna High School. As you can see, there's about 60 participants over here. I think we should, whatever you guys wrote over here, inshallah, under the live session, I'm going to ask this question. You guys can add the stuff. I think these are good ideas we can share, inshallah, with the rest of the school. The recordings, unfortunately, don't show chats. It just shows the recording, right? That's why I'm reading this stuff out loud as well, so people can see it in the recording. But this is amazing. طيب. Next question, or next thing I wanted to talk about, were some signs of Day of Judgment. And I wanted to share with you guys some minor signs for today. And maybe on Wednesdays we talk about Day of Judgment. So next Wednesday we'll do major signs, all right? So I'm going to share with you guys my Chrome, my webpage over here, not my webpage, but a website that I found that has some good stuff, mashallah. Here we go, 50 signs of Day of Judgment. All right, so here are some signs of Yawm al-Qiyamah. How do I do this? Okay, yeah, there's my chat on the side. Oh, how am I at school? I have a card, and I just open the door with the card, and I walk in. There's no one here. So yeah, the school is closed. We are following the laws. There's no business happening here, but it doesn't mean you can't enter a building, right? Owners of businesses, even the ones that are shut down, as long as they're not open for business, they are allowed to get into their room. All right. Yeah, and don't worry, I'll be back alive, inshallah. The building is okay, man. It's safe. It's not like there's a zombie virus around. So inshallah, we'll be fine. Yeah, there's some good stuff happening around here. I'll actually show you guys quickly. There, alhamdulillah. The building is not completely empty. Brother Ilyas is here too, so he's my human companion. Brother Mikhail is here. He's the other brother who takes care of the bookstore. Sometimes some of the board members or managers of ISNA are around, but they're actually using the opportunity to paint the walls. That's why you see the clocks and the fans on the ground, right? The different things are on the ground. So inshallah, making good use of the time that the masjid is closed to. Oh, you can't see? Oh, how come, man? Okay, let me go back to sharing my screen. How do I go back to just sharing my screen? So some people can see, some people cannot see. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me stop this share. How do I stop this share? Oh, there it is. Okay, stop share. Okay, now maybe you'll get a better view of the masjid and things that are on the ground. But this is all, inshallah, to paint everything and inshallah do some renovations over here. Inshallah. Also hearing that they're looking into new carpets. So inshallah, when we're all back, it'll be a beautiful masjid, inshallah. All right. Now let me get back over here. Let me pull out the chat. All right. Oh, what color will the carpet be? I don't know. I'm not sure, but inshallah it'll be something more fluffy, and your knees won't hurt, and your pants won't rip. I actually have a couple of pants have been ripped through, um, doing sujood. And people ask me, what kind of sujood do you do, brother? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just doing sujood, but keeps like little bit by little, the knee part rips. But anyways, طيب. So let's go through some of these signs, inshallah, together. All right, so these are all the reason I like this, because it doesn't have the details of the hadith and stuff. It just has the events, and each one of these events, there's a specific hadith that mentions this, right? So past events that have happened that are signs of the Day of Judgment is the splitting of the moon. Allah mentions that in the Quran. The death of the Prophet ﷺ is a sign of Day of Judgment. This one is interesting one, especially for the times we're in. A form of death which will kill thousands of Muslims, and this actually happened in the time of Umar radiallahu an, the plague of Amwas, and we learned quite a bit actually from that plague in terms of fiqh issues and stuff to the Sahaba. This is where they mentioned and they practiced quarantine. And they mentioned that the Prophet ﷺ told them to quarantine. So this happened during the time of Umar radiallahu an. Major fighting between in Medina, and this happened as well in the Khalifa of Yazid. Muslim conquest of Jerusalem, the Muslim conquest of Constantinople. These were signs. These were things the Prophet ﷺ told the Muslims would happen, and glad tidings that it would happen before the Day of Judgment, right? A war between the Muslims and a reddish people with small eyes wearing sandals made of hair. And of course, this was the Mongols and the Tatars who invaded the Muslim lands. And later on, the Muslims, alhamdulillah, were able to push them back. Peace agreement between the Muslims and non-Muslims from the Yellow race. This is again from the Chinese. And then there was a peace treaty. And then different imposters, different people claim to be Dajjal, right? Each person, well, actually they weren't claiming to be Dajjals. These were people who claimed to be prophets. Some people thought and saw that being a prophet seemed pretty cool thing, so they what's it called, they claimed to be prophets and they lied about being prophets. And we know that anyone who if anyone who there's no other prophets after the Prophet ﷺ. So anybody who claims to be a prophet after the Prophet ﷺ is automatically a liar. And there were several in history. And if Joseph Smith is somebody who claimed to be a prophet after the Prophet ﷺ, then he's also a deceiver, a liar. Okay, yep. Founder of Mormonism. Yeah, if he claimed to be a prophet, then he definitely is a liar. Okay? طيب. So now these are some signs that we are living in right now. These are hadith that were mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ, and we see them and we're living it, right? This is the most famous one, because this is in 40 hadith Nawawi, the Prophet ﷺ giving, telling Jibreel alayhi salam signs of the Day of Judgment, when Jibreel asked him to give me some signs. And one of them was the naked, destitute, barefoot shepherds will compete in building tall buildings. This is a description of the Bedouins who used to live, and they still live in the Middle East, in the deserts, but with the oil in the last century, with the economy, and then now the last 2 decades, UAE and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, really getting into this building tall, big buildings, and really tallest buildings in the world are over there. Slave woman will give birth to her master or mistress. There's 2 explanations of this. One being our situation now, where the children are the masters and the parents are the slaves. The children tell their parents what to do. The children make demands on the parents. The children are the ones who yell at their parents. So this is something really strange in history, right? Children never did that, not just in the Muslim culture, but in all cultures, right? Kids used to listen to their parents. Parents had authority, and for the first time in humanity, This is for many families. Unfortunately, it's flipped the other way around, where the parents, especially, perhaps the mother, becomes someone who just gets bossed around at home. وَلِيَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ. Okay, there's another interpretation of this, by the way, and that is the Mamluks. These were slaves who later became rulers. Okay, they later became rulers. So some scholars said that was referring to them. A trial fitna which will enter every Arab household. Allahu alam. Some scholars say this was a TV during the time where everyone had a TV, satellite dish in their home. Now a lot of scholars say this is the cell phones, right? Every home has a cell phone. Why Arab in particular? Well, during the time of the Prophet, Arabs were the ones who were the leaders, and they were the ones who were entrusted with this amana of carrying the da'wah. So perhaps that's why he talks about Arabs in specific. Knowledge being taken away, wine being widely consumed, sexual intercourse becomes widely spread. Having boyfriend, girlfriend, including, unfortunately, in some of the Muslim world, is more usual or easier nowadays. Earthquakes increasing, time will pass more quickly. Subhanallah, there's a couple of interpretations. One is just time feels like it's going by faster, which we all feel that. But also another one is due to transportation, right? In the past, if you wanted to go from country to country, city to city, it took you a very long time. Now it's very quick, very short. You can go across the world in a few hours on an airplane, right? 18, yeah. Mm-hmm. Tribulations, fitna will prevail. A lot of issues, problems. Subhanallah, I'm. This is just my own interpretation of this one. This is mental health. Mental health in the last, 10 to 20 years been really, really bad, and it just prevails and just moving around, and so many people having more and more mental health issues. Bloodshed will increase. Easy to kill people with a gun. It's funny. I saw a meme. It was true, but sad and funny at the same time, saying that the number of people in Winnipeg dying is less due to coronavirus, because the coronavirus hasn't killed as many people as people who would regularly die through robberies, through gangs, through crimes. So crime has gone down because even the criminals are quarantining themselves, staying in their wherever they stay, and so the number of people dying is actually less in certain cities because bad guys are at home. This is an interesting one. A man will pass by the grave of another and wish he was in the latter's place. This perhaps talking about people wanting to die, or more people feeling like, hey, I wish I was dead, which is not normal, but it's becoming more normal as, unfortunately, people's mental health deteriorates. Trustworthiness is lost when authority is given to those who do not deserve it. Anyone better than Donald Trump over here, guys? Donald Trump, does that ring a bell? Number 22. Yes, Donald Trump. They count how many lies he makes per day. Right? And he is the leader of the most powerful country in the world, supposedly. So it's pretty amazing. People will gather for prayer, but will be unable to find an imam to lead them. I don't know why that's in the present. Are there places where there's no imam? I don't know. I feel there's, mashallah, enough people hufad around, but yeah, number 23, what does that mean? That people want to pray, but there is no imam to lead the prayer. This is what I'm understanding. Maybe, but we can interpret it in that way. But if you take it literally, they're saying they cannot find an imam to lead the prayer because there people are gathering. People will gather for prayer. But definitely, if you want to take it to proper imams or qualified people or people to really lead the community beyond the prayer, then definitely we got that issue. Yeah, it could be I believe it might be a future sign if it's just simply prayer, because we do have people who can lead prayers all over the place. Although, subhanallah, here's just something for you guys. There are some cities outside the main metropolitan cities where they have this issue. I know that in Sudbury, they've been looking for an imam literally for the past 2 years. Okay, they've had a couple, it didn't work out, and they just it's back and forth trying to find an imam. Partially they don't have enough funding. Partially it's out of nowhere. It's difficult for people to go and live in Sudbury without a proper salary and stuff. Yeah. All right. Jum'ah. Yeah, you can pray Jum'ah at home, but I think here it's referring to actually a place of worship where there's a lot of people. Okay, anyways. So here are future ones. Here are future signs. Number of men will decrease while the number of women will increase until for every man there are 50 women. This is happening scientifically. Baby boys die easier than baby girls. Fatality rate for baby boys is higher than girls, and in a lot of countries, definitely the trend is there, but it's not fully 50-1. Euphrates will reveal a treasure of gold. Many will die fighting over it. Each one hoping to be the one who gains the treasure. So, yep, this is something that will happen. Perhaps people are already looking there. Europeans will come to a place called Amq or Wabiq. An army of the best people will go forth from Medina to face them. So this is all, these are major signs. This is all things, inshallah, we'll talk about this. This is what we'll talk about next week, major signs. We'll talk about Mahdi, we'll talk about Dajjal, we'll talk about that movie, Messiah, on Netflix. We'll talk about, inshallah, these things next Wednesday. Friday, we'll try to do Tafsir Surah Al-Kahf. By the way, what day or what time do you guys want me to do Q&A? Because there have been some good Q&A questions coming in. I do like to do some Q&A as well. We can set should we set one day a week for Q&A, or should I try to maybe at 9:50, the last 10 minutes or so, do a Q&A each session? Or should I keep it for last 10 minutes? Who else thinks last 10 minutes? Or do you guys prefer a specific day? One day a week? We can make Tuesdays the day, or we can we can do Tuesdays for Q&A, or we can make Wednesdays for Q&A, and I can switch. It doesn't matter as long as it's one day a week. Yeah, I agree. 10 minutes. No, the life is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday is life. Yeah, the number 24, wisdom between men wearing four wives. It's one of the wisdoms. It's one of the wisdoms. It's not the only wisdom, but yeah, the ratio of women to men usually is higher, even historically, even during times of war where more men die, etc. So that is one of the wisdoms. Okay, it's not the only one, but it is definitely one. Okay, so inshallah, we'll try to do one day. Inshallah, we'll do one day live Q&A. There are some really good questions. So we'll do one day. Inshallah, I guess we can keep it on Tuesdays, first day of the week. Usually on the weekends, people ask questions or what have you. So Tuesdays, we'll keep it as Q&A. Wednesdays, we'll do different like series. I won't make it too long, but right now we're just going to do signs of Day of Judgments, and then we can go to the next topic, inshallah. All right. Tayyib, guys, we'll stop over here. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you all. Stay safe, stay home, be productive, and inshallah, We will talk again on Friday. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.